Hello everyone and welcome back to Crypto Empire, where we dominate the crypto market. We have yet another Crypto Empire morning domination coming at you on a Thursday. It is March 2nd. Hope everybody's having a great start to their day. We got All Day Dre with us. We got Jazzy. We got Ostia Craig Landsey up here smashing up that like button nice and early. Let's not waste any time because I'm going to be going over my March 2023 crypto outlook. Some very important things that you should be aware about when it comes to the crypto market, and some narratives that we can possibly play off here and trade and get some big winners. So a lot to share with you in this live stream. You know the deal. Stick with me until the very end. Smash up that like button. If you are brand new here, welcome to Crypto Empire. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and of course turn on all the notifications so that you don't miss any future videos or live streams. But let's start things off like we always do with our crypto market overview. So looking at the crypto market right now, Bitcoin trading for $23,285 and Ethereum trading for $1,624, down slightly from the daily open, 1.6 and 1.8% respectively. And altcoins are getting hammered worse right now. And I'll be talking about kind of the areas of interest where I'm looking for a bounce in the market. Before we do that, let's take a look at the gainers and losers on the day. So looking at the gainers, we got a bunch of small caps. DeFi Kingdom's coming back from the absolute dead. But today's gainers really kind of a bunch of small caps that I don't really pay attention to. So hope if anybody holds these, good to see you're making some profits, but I don't hold any of these gainers and not really interested in them either. And looking at the losers on the day, we got Xmon down 84%, getting hammered, and DBI, good meme coin. I mean, a meme coin is a meme coin. It can only be so good, but DBI is an interesting one because they got the dev running the show over there, but it's down 30% on the day. And other than that, bunch of small caps again. That Stargate STG down, but yeah, I mean, it's a choppy day, it's a down day. Let's get into the Bitcoin technical analysis and go over the price chart. Shout out to Jag saying morning fam. What's going on, Jag? We also got Dalton Moore with us saying sup guy. What's going on, Dalton? Good to see you. We also have Elvis saying hi everyone. What is happening, Elvis? Good to see you here as well in the live stream. All right, so let's take a look at Bitcoin, and we're going to use a 4-hour price chart here. And very simple, what's happening. I have just been playing the Monday range, and we can see here with the Spaceman key level indicator here, all it does is mark out the Monday high, the Monday low, and the daily open for me, so that I don't have to mark that out myself. Very convenient. But if you look at how Bitcoin has been trading all week, right, you had the Monday high, Monday low. Well, on Tuesday morning, very close to the daily open, we dipped below the Monday low. That was an easy deviation. We pumped. Where did we go? We went right to the Monday high, and we also went ahead and we breached the January of 2023 high over here. All right, that's this orange line. And we were rejected, and now we're back towards the bottom of the Monday low. So we're still trading in the range created from Monday of this week. There's no reason to panic at all. Yes, there is some news that Silvergate, which is a crypto bank, is no longer being used by Coinbase and Paxos. That is definitely kind of impacting the TA right now, the technicals and the charts. But there's really no reason to panic at the current moment in time. As you see, I have, if I lower this, I have my outlined supply and demand levels. And this supply zone up here at 24K has been respected. A lot of key resistance also aligning, such as that January 2023 high. And then below, the main demand zone that I have is down here below $22,000. Now, my overall thesis on the month of March is I think it's going to be a good month for Bitcoin. If you look at the crypto calendar, there's really no major news announcements until CPI on March 14th. And then I believe on the 22nd, we have another FOMC meeting. So we have 2 weeks right now of no heavy impact news events. So if we can catch a bid here, we have clear skies essentially and little friction to prevent us from pushing up. Now this current kind of sell-off here, I would not be surprised at all if we did go ahead and breach this Monday low again. I'm going to drop this to a 1 hour time frame, and certainly this is an area of support. All right, it doesn't take a mastermind wizard to figure that out. All right, if we just look at the chart over here, you know, this was previous resistance over here in late February, broke out. It's now retested multiple times, and it's just coming back for another retest of this resistance area. Okay, obviously price traded below it on those other retests, but that's perfectly fine. Now we can see this hold, but I wouldn't be surprised if we flushed out and we went ahead and we breached these lows here, which is why I have 22,800 marked on my chart. All right, this is essentially this area. This is where I see Bitcoin possibly, you know, just flushing out, quick nuke right into here. This would be the bottom. All right, but at the same token, we're on support right now. And if you pull some fib levels, if you pull a fib from the high to the low, the current swing high to the current swing low, we are respecting the 78.6 right now. All right, so this is undoubtedly a nice level of support. Nobody has that crystal ball to say when this is going to stop bleeding out, but this level makes sense for a bounce. We already slightly bounced from it, but I would not be surprised at all to see another flush nuke lower and come down below 23, get back into this $22,800 zone, and then kind of find support and start to reverse out of there. But really, we want to have a confirmed reversal. This candle sequence here in the 1 hour was nice, but the thing is we rejected it. We had a beautiful pin bar, and then we had this green candle actually close above the top of the wick. All right, so we can classify that as a confirmed reversal, but the problem is the next candle went ahead and fully bearishly engulfed the green candle, and we're right back to support now. So that's why I'm saying essentially that it's possible that we can flush out. I would have liked to see a better kind of continuation after this green bullish engulfing candle closing above the wick high of this reversal pin bar, but we didn't get that. All right, so we still have to watch this and monitor it. I also want to talk about the US dollar, the DXY, and the dollar right now. Same thing with the dollar, right? We went ahead and we breached this high over here from Wednesday, which was yesterday, right? This is a 1 hour time frame. Let's go to the 4 hour. So on the 4 hour here, this was a reversal point on the chart. I marked it with an orange line to mark the wick. This morning we went ahead and we swept the wick. All right, we swept it, deviated back underneath. Now the dollar is pushing back up. So what we don't want to see from the dollar is a 4 hour close above this orange line. We really want to see the US dollar here. Listen, I'm a crypto bull. I want to see crypto go up, and I think crypto will go up, but we need confirmation signals from the charts first to let us know that that's actually going to happen. All right, so the dollar, again, we want to see a 4 hour candle not close above this orange line. We want to see it can go ahead and wick up all it wants as long as the candle body does not close above the orange line. That is the main thing that I am concerned about here. And if we do continue to get wicks and then closures below the orange line, then I would expect the dollar to go ahead and confirm its reversal and start to head back down here towards this 103.8 major support resistance flip level. And of course, with the inverse correlation between the US dollar and the risk on assets such as cryptocurrency, such as the US stock market, etc., risk on assets, when the dollar goes down, we see the risk on assets go up, right, with that inverse correlation. So very important we get a confirmed reversal here for the US dollar index, the DXY, and that would validate all crypto long setups. Got myself a buy coconut this morning. Love the buys. Good drinks. All right, so that's the US dollar. And let's also go over Ethereum. Cover the majors, and then we're going to get into the altcoins that everybody loves to talk about and see charted. Okay, so looking at ETH here, as you can see, I have a little scalp lined up on my chart. And what this scalp was going for was, as you see, we sold off here. Then we kind of had this little bounce, right? This was a pivot. And what I went ahead and did was I marked the wick on that bounce with another orange line, and I liked how these candles were wicking beneath this orange line. They were going, testing lower levels, and then closing above. Okay, but what happened on this previous 1 hour candle, the 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. candle, if you're on Eastern Standard Time like myself, well, it closed beneath our orange line here. All right, that's what we don't want to see. If we go to a 4 hour, we still have time to save the 4 hour SFP. But realistically speaking, we really didn't want to see this 1 hour candle close below the orange line, but that's fine. Okay, because really if I zoom this out, we have our Monday low down here at $1,607. If we do nuke down, right, I will definitely look to be a buyer at the high $1,500 price levels. All right, these levels, let me drop in a line like this. These levels, right, if we do flush down lower, I would expect this to hold. I don't think we're going to get some kind of catastrophic sell-off here, you know, where we go make lower lows past 1,460. I think this dip will get bought up. I think this is a dip to buy. We're still trading in the Monday range. Nothing crazy is happening right now. But anyways, on ETH, if we lose this level down here at 1616, as you can see, I have that marked with a yellow dotted line. If we lose 1616, then yeah, I could expect the Monday low to get breached. But as of right now, we're still holding. We had a very nice bounce from 1616, as you can see. So we want to continue to just hold this level as support here, and then we can start to actually push up and make our way back up to the January high. As you can see, Ethereum never breached the January high at 1684. Bitcoin did. But what Ethereum did do, just like Bitcoin, was it just respected the Monday range so well. It gave such clean setups, right? You can see over here on Tuesday, this was right after the daily candle open on Tuesday, drop below the Monday range, perfect deviation. What does it do? It pumps right to the top of the range. Again, what happened? Well, that was the perfect short setup. Now it's back down towards the bottom of that Monday range, all right? So it's just choppy, range-bound price action here. And realistically, the market is just waiting on more data. The market's waiting on more inflation data because the inflation kind of macroeconomic outlook, nobody really knows what the heck is going on. Half the people saying we're going to have a deep recession this year and it's going to be horrible and you need to like be really worried. The other people are saying it's going to be a soft landing and everything's going to be fine and dandy. All right, so we need more data so that the market can go ahead and process what it wants to do, because right now, as you see, it's been chopping around all week long. If you're a breakout trader, you're having a really, really bad time. If you try to short this breakdown and then long the breakout, you're getting destroyed, right? That's why you kind of want to learn price action concepts, swing failure patterns, supply and demand, so that this doesn't happen to you, so that you don't get chopped up like Italian meatball. Let me go ahead and catch up with the live chat over here and see what's going on. We got Satoshi Flacco saying, good morning, Empire. What's up, Satoshi? We got Sanretsu. Morning, Connor. How are you? Good to see you, Sanretsu. And we got Michael saying, welcome back, Connor. Nice to have you back. You always bring a big joy, hope, and smile on my face. Knowing you have always something valuable to share with us. Keep up the good work. We appreciate you, sir. Hey, Michael, I really appreciate your support, my man. You always write the most thoughtful, well thought out comments, whether it's in a live stream, whether it's a comment on my video already posted. You're always there. I greatly do appreciate your support, Michael. Thank you very much. Let's get on with the show, and I want to share some more value with everybody, so let's go ahead and continue on. All right, so that's ETH. It looks like it wants to go ahead and test some lower levels, but then again, we'll see if this does get bought up. Austin Craig. Majority seem to forget that Hong Kong will enter crypto markets in June, the 1st of this year. Could Asia, in fact, trigger a bull run? Austin Craig, great point. Yes, I do believe that Asia is going to be responsible. They already were responsible for triggering this kind of crazy pump we had from the start of the year. And the fact that Hong Kong is now going to allow crypto to be available to purchase and invest by institutional and retail investors, that's huge. It's absolutely huge. All right, so we're looking at We're looking at Optimism OP right now. And as you see with OP here, we have some nice, if we look at the RSI, bullish divergence, price action making some lower lows while the RSI is actually getting stronger, which is good to see. We're also reacting off of the $2.62 support level. Let's go to a 4-hour chart to see this. So if we look at this here, the 260 area has been respected a few times, right, which is why I have it marked on my chart. And we are now bouncing from that. Now OP has, ever since the Coinbase news, I mean, this thing's just been all over the place in what I like to call non-directional volatility. Right, it goes up here to test $3.25, can't hold, comes all the way back down here to $2, pumps back up to $3, comes back to $2.30, goes ahead and deviates. Last week on Friday, goes ahead and it sweeps the highs. It comes back down to 260, pumps back up to 3, back to 260. Right, this is just non-directional volatility. Big swings, right? These are major swings. 34% down, pumps 43%, dumps 21%, then it pumps 38%, and then it sells off 19%. Major price swings, but it's not going anywhere. All right, and this is really just kind of frustrate people and make them go ahead and give up and sell, because there will be a big move coming eventually. But right now it's just all non-directional volatility. All right, and if we look at OP now, this area, the 270, 260 area, definitely a level of interest. I would like to see this continue to hold as support, but at the same time, I wouldn't be really surprised to see it get flushed out lower here. All right, as you see, we have this nice trendline support coming into play at around $2.50. Also lines up perfectly with the beginning of my gray demand zone. All right, so 250 is going to be the next level to actually look out for if OP cannot hold 262. It has been good so far in the fact that it's just swept the support level and closed above it every single time. We really want to see that continue to happen. All right, but what's happening here with this wick, it's going ahead and testing a drop. This is a drop-based drop supply zone here. And price just wicked up into it. So really we want to go ahead and fill this wick to the upside. Now it's fine. It's fine if OP closes this 2-hour candle like this, goes and makes another lower wick down below the support level. As long as it continues to close the candle bodies above 262, then this is still valid. But like I said, it has the bullish divergence. It's on a support level. It's down, right? If you want to short this breakdown, be my guest. But you're going to be shorting something that's already down 16%. Right? That's being very late to the party. Right? You don't want to short the bottom. A basketball bounces when it's at the bottom, when it's on the ground. All right, you don't want to be the one trying to short a basketball when it's at the bottom. All right, so you would definitely be, I would consider you late if you were going to try to short this move. Could it flush lower and you win that short trade? Yes, absolutely. But I like this support level, so we'll see what happens on this one here. Go ahead and move on. Litecoin. Now, Litecoin, I went ahead and I was long in Litecoin, as you see on the 26th of February. I went ahead and closed that trade early. But basically, Litecoin got up to 98, reacted off of this previous support level perfectly over here. Right, Litecoin reacted off that level perfectly, but cannot hold because the entire market decided it wanted to pull back here. So now Litecoin back in the middle of the Monday range. All right. For this, as you can see, stop loss around 91.90. If the market does actually get going here, Litecoin is going to be one of the strongest coins like it has been over the past few months. People have a very short memory, and people seem to forget very quickly that every time the market would rally in January, even late December, January, February, every time the market would rally, guess which coin led the rally, and guess which one was amongst the strongest? It was Litecoin. All right, Litecoin does have that halving coming up in a few months, which is a very bullish catalyst for it. Yes, I am aware that that's kind of being considered an overcrowded trade now, in the sense that so many people are on board the trade that it really kind of sizzles it down, and it doesn't have that same kind of effect that it would have if it was more of a contrarian type of an idea. Right, it's like betting on sports and you're just going all in on the favorite, and Vegas is taking the underdog side. So definitely an overcrowded trade, but that doesn't mean it will not do well. We just got a $5 super chat from Sanretsu saying, "You're the man, Connor, sir. Love catching your live streams. Your thoughts on SKL? Not sure if it's one you've covered before." So SKL, yes. I haven't really covered it on the channel. By the way, thank you for that super chat, my man. Really appreciate that. Glad that you enjoyed the streams. SKL, I know what it is. It's a layer 2 for Ethereum. Down 96% right now. And is this a Z? Let me see if this is a ZK. Because if it's a ZK, it could be interesting. I wish they would just say if it was a zero knowledge rollup or an optimistic rollup. But they don't make it that easy for us, do they? Anybody know if you are... somebody leave a comment in the chat if this is an optimistic rollup or a zero knowledge rollup layer 2 for Ethereum. This way I don't have to sift through the information, because we're live right now and I don't feel like going through this and doing research live. Anyway, yes, SKL, I know what it is. I haven't really traded it, haven't really paid any attention to it. Not really sure what it's doing. Let's go ahead and take a look at this thing's chart. Starting off on the daily time frame here. So, like most coins, it's had a very good start to the year. It went up almost 3.5x from the yearly open, where it opened up at 2 cents. From that epic pump, it has went ahead and dropped down 33%. And what we're going to do right now is just mark some key areas. We have 4.485 cents, definitely an area of interest. And yeah, I like this right here at 3.9. So SKL on the daily, clear what's happening. Big pump, retrace. Now, as you see, for the past 6 days, it's been trading sideways. This is a daily price chart now. All right, so it's basically stalling on support. It's just consolidating and going sideways right now on support. And as of right now, it's respecting this level very nicely. Make sure I get that exact low price, 4573, like so. So as you see here, what's happened with SKL, it's bouncing perfectly after sweeping this little wick. All right, as you see, it swept it, closed above. This is a 4-hour chart, so this is kind of more reliable than a 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, right? The higher the time frame, the more reliable the technical analysis. So SKL right now, if it can continue to hold 4.5, that's good. From there, very simple what you want to see. You're basically just playing the Monday low. All right, what I went over with Bitcoin, Ethereum, a lot of altcoins also did it. I want to go through some of the trades I was laying out in the Discord for our members earlier in the week because we hit some good ones. But anyways, if you look at SKL here, what you want to do is you want to play the deviation of Monday's low. So if you look at this, you missed out on 2%, right? This is why you really have to be precise with your entries and have your plan ahead of time. All right, because 2% is kind of can be a big thing, especially if you're kind of using levers and stuff like that. But anyways, for something like this, always best to try and get your entry as close to that low of the wick as possible, right? But for SKL now, what you want to see is you want to see it reclaim Monday's low. Definitely going to have a battle here at the daily open, which is also a base drop supply zone. All right, but regardless, you want to see SKL attack this over here at 4.9 cents. Don't be surprised if it pulls back and retests the Monday low as support, but ultimately you're just playing the range. Okay, so that's SKL here. Respecting it so far. All right, this looks pretty good. I want to see it on a higher time frame. Yeah, I mean, you got a 12-hour sweep here. Looking kind of promising. As long as Ethereum and Bitcoin don't fall off the face of the earth here, this looks pretty good to me. Just playing the Monday range. As you see, this one was a lot weaker than a lot of other coins. It never even touched the Monday high or got even close to it. So I would expect this to get hit at some point this week. It's Thursday, getting towards that end of the week. And this is, as far as I'm concerned, this here with this SFP, this is a trigger. All right. And you would look for it to reclaim the low and attack that high. Let's see. Sanretsu, I'm not sure, but Def thought it was a ZK rollup. Dre says, you should think of Scale as a layer 2 solution as it exists above the main Ethereum blockchain. However, unlike Loopring, it does not implement a ZK rollup approach to speed up transactions. Alright, so it's kind of a obscure layer 2, I guess you can call it, something like that. Regardless, I mean, the chart looks pretty good. 12-hour SFP below the Monday low. Good point to look for that deviation and reclaim that Monday low. So if we were to set this up, it would simply look like this. $2.3 to 1. If you wanted to use a tighter stop, you could, but I would give it a little more breathing room. Something like this. So that's SKL. Now the reason I was asking about SKL and whether it was a ZK rollup or an optimistic rollup is because the ZK rollup narrative is going to catch fire this month because the highest market cap ZK coin, which is PolygonMatic, has a big announcement or a big launch at the end of March 27th. And here's the thing. After you trade these markets for so long and after you pay attention to these financial markets for so long, you become aware of the fact that usually, typically, big news announcements are a sell the news event at the time of the announcement. But leading up to the announcement is when things tend to actually go ahead and pump. So we know that PolygonMatic has a big launch on March 27th. So I'm going to treat this as a sell the news event, which means that leading up until March 27th, I'm a bull. All right, I want to be bullish, looking for long setups on PolygonMatic as well as on the other ZK roll-up altcoins. So let's just kind of briefly go through this article here as we see the details about the Zero Knowledge Ethereum Virtual Machine Beta Network will be released over the next few weeks. The launch is set for March 27th. Polygon and Ethereum scaling project, pick March 27th for the date for its zero knowledge Ethereum virtual machine beta main network to go live. All right, this is a big deal. So if anybody that's not aware, PolygonMatic is not actually a layer 2 for Ethereum. They are an Ethereum side chain. No transactions are processed at all on the Ethereum blockchain for PolygonMatic transactions. You know, something like Optimism or Metis or Arbitrum, right? Optimistic rollups or ZK zero knowledge rollups. You know, you got stuff like Polygon, Immutable X, Mina, Loopring. You know, these transactions are actually processed on the Ethereum network. With PolygonMatic, it's a side chain. Regardless, I mean, Polygon's done very well, but this is a big deal for the ZK projects. We can read here, Polygon ZK EVM mainnet is set to be the first fully EVM equivalent ZK rollup to reach mainnet. This represents a huge step towards scaling Ethereum and bringing Web3 to the masses, said Sandeep. All right, so this is a big deal, and as you see here, I have all the ZK coins. Now, some of these are privacy coins such as Pirate Chain, and Pirate Chain uses zero-knowledge snarks technology for its privacy. All right, it's not actually a zero-knowledge rollup for the Ethereum blockchain. Something like Pirate Chain is a proof-of-work independent network that just uses ZK snarks technology. So not all of these are layer 2 for ETH. Okay, so that's kind of important to know. The main one, obviously, PolygonMatic. Let's go ahead and look at this Matic chart. We got Sean Z XRP saying, what up, Connor? Thanks as always for the informative content. Could we please look at UOS? For sure we can. We will look at that in a little bit, Sean. ARIS saying, are you bullish on Alio? It can be absolutely massive after the privacy narrative takes off. Alio. If you mean A0, then I like A0, but Alio, I have no idea what Alio is. All right, so PolygonMatic here. If we look on the daily time frame, just a perfect tap, literally a perfect tap from the 155 level. Right, hit that exactly. Now it is looking pretty much the same as SKL in the sense where it pumped, retraced, now it's going sideways for like a week. All right, it's currently holding $1.20 as support over here, trading at $1.19. So if we recall, in February we had that big CPI meeting. And that was the bottom in February. All right, the February low was that CPI meeting. Let's just clean this up. And that was down here. I'll draw this wick to wick. All right, that starts at 118 and that goes down to around $1.13 on PolygonMatic. All right, these are the February low prices. January, if we recall, Matic spent a lot of time going sideways below $1, and then once it broke out above $1 on this nice breakout candle here, it didn't really look back. All right, and then it went ahead and it traded 55% higher at $1.55 after it broke out above $1. Now it's went ahead and it's retraced the entire move practically. As you see, it's down 23%. Not the entire move, but a big portion of that move. So essentially what I am looking for on Matic is just a confirmed reversal to go ahead and continue higher. Because listen, like I said, with this big ZK EVM launch, the beta mainnet set to go live at the end of the month, I'm treating it as a sell the news event, which means up until the time of that event, I'm expecting positive price appreciation for PolygonMatic. So I'm just looking for long setups. I got my microscope out, searching the charts for the point where I want to enter into a long position. And yes, I like the February low prices. I like the fact that we are using the February low prices, the top of it, as support right now. That's a good sign. If we do get a move down here at around $1.15, $1.14, and just like I've been showing you all stream long, where the candle wicks below and then ends up closing above, I'm going to treat that as my entry, and I'm going to use that as a swing trade entry, and I'm going to look to ride that back up to 155 and possibly even higher, depending on how bullish this month does get. Obviously, you don't hold the entire trade to new highs. All right, as a trader, you understand that you need to take your profit on the way higher because you don't know when the market's going to reverse. But for Matic, I like the fact that we are close to these February low prices. I want to go ahead and put volume on the chart here. I mean, yeah, this looks pretty good. You can't discount the fact that this is at the February low. It has bullish divergence, right? You can't ignore all the signs here. And it's still continuing to sweep this at 119.3. So this could be the bottom. This very well could be it. Remember, it's a lot harder to buy red than to buy green. You got to be greedy when others are fearful. A lot of people are scared with their tail between their legs right now, scared to buy a dip. Dips are for buying. Of course, if you're bullish on the market, and I am. So, yeah, I mean, here, this is your kind of your first entry. You don't go full size, and then if you go down lower towards around 115, that's even better. What you really don't want to see is a 4-hour candle or above close below the February low price of $1.13. As long as we continue to hold this, even if we sweep it and reclaim it, that's probably going to be the bottom for the month of March, and I would expect higher prices. All right, and that goes kind of, you can use this kind of trading plan, this trading idea, for all of these ZK coins because they all do kind of look similar. Mina, a little different. Mina had a good month in February. As you see, Mina's February low. Let's go to a 1 month candle. This is at 71 cents, 710. Mark that on the chart as our February of 2023 low traded price. So Mina a little bit different. This thing caught a big bid in February because of that ZK narrative. And it's at mid-range of Monday's low right now. So, I mean, it's holding strong. I don't expect it to come back down here to 71 cents. Unless we have just a major pullback across the entire market and the US dollar just continues to pounce higher. I really doubt it's going to come down here. Matic, on the other hand, February low is a good place. But, you know, this, if we get it, you kind of have to buy. Obviously, you do whatever you want, but you know this is a major drop. This is a 25% correction here, back down to these February low prices at 71 cents. Doubt that happens, and if it does, that's demand, right? That's your area of demand on the chart, so don't ignore that. But on here, this is essentially the same price as, same setup as Matic, where you had that CPI low from February 13th, February 14th. So with this, simple. See if you get a flush out of Monday's low and then reclaim. That's Mina. It's kind of cleaner than Matic. But you just want to see another move back down to that CPI demand zone, and either a test or a wick below the Monday low, and then you can get long on this. So we talked about Polygon and the ZK coins. There's also another big kind of announcement that we should have on our radar. Pedro asking for Cyberswap. We'll look at Cyberswap just because I want to talk about it, Pedro. And right now it's $4.18. So if you guys watch my streams and then you actually go ahead and take the next step, which is to have your trading view open at the same time and then mark the levels that I mark, well then you should not be panicked at all, because all this thing is doing is respecting the support levels that I have put on the chart here. As you see, level one here got a bounce, but the trend was down. All right, and the supply area held. Trade below level 1, bear flag, straight to level 2, kind of another bear flag, and now we're down to this low support below $4 right now at $4. So you really wanted to see this hold as support. Another reason you really want to see it hold is if you look on the opening launch pump, right, that's kind of right where I have this lower green line where the candle body's opened and closed at $4. So this is very strong support on Cyberswap. And if for whatever reason it can't hold this, if a bunch of people farming it decide they just want out and they want to sell and they want to flush it below 2, I don't really see it getting this low to below $2, but just looking at the chart, this is the kind of next area that you should have marked. $1.77. But you know what is there to say about this? It launched for 10 days. It did nothing, right? It had a long kind of bottom for 10 days between 20 to 30 cents. It went 100x. It went from 20 cents to $22, almost $23. And then, as what happens with most parabolic curves, when they break, when a parabola breaks, it's just like kind of a macro trend line breaking. You expect a big correction, and we're getting that big correction now on Cyberswap. So yeah, no reason to freak out. I mean, obviously, if you got in late and you were buying at the top of a parabolic curve, I can't help you. But if you were subscribed to the channel and paying attention from the time of the fair launch, you should have made at least a little bit of money on this one. So yeah, coming back, we're at a main support level, and then below we have a main support at $1.77. And I do expect this one to kind of have a recovery. It's got the lowest fees. I mean, there's been a bunch of dexes popping up out of nowhere on Arbitrum. Arbitrum has become like a cesspool for new projects to launch. Most of them are complete fluff, nothing, no substance at all. So yeah, be careful about the Arbitrum projects. I mean, people are just launching anything there because they know people are apes and they'll buy anything, right? The crypto market is so, the mindset behind people is crazy. They'll just buy anything. So be careful about the Arbitrum projects. But Cyberswap is actually a legit one as far as I'm concerned and as far as I know. So I would expect this to make some kind of recovery at some point. So that's Zyber. Anyway, talking about narratives, trading narratives. All right, the ZK narrative is on for the month of March with the Polygon ZK EVM launch. There's another one, though. One that I don't necessarily agree with the principles of, because it's bleak and it's ugly and it's really kind of goes against freedom altogether. But we got the ISO 20022 compliant crypto coins implementation slated for March of 2023. These are the banker coins. These are the coins that want to implement totalitarian control and know every aspect about how you spend your money. We can go ahead and read here. The ISO 20022 crypto list is a collection of compliant digital coins and tokens that satisfy the standards of the International Organization for Standardization Standards. This is garbage, man. Who wants to read this garbage? I'd rather just hold Monero, Pirate Chain, Bitcoin, and go live my life. But this is, listen, we're trading a narrative, so that's it. We can see the main problem with transacting in digital currencies is that they don't have identifiers that banks can use to differentiate token transactions. Oh no, what could we do? For example, a bank program could easily tell the difference between USD and Australian dollars. But this is more difficult for Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. It's a blockchain transaction. It's supposed to have nothing to do with a bank in the first place. And I mean, this is all you need to know. The ISO, International Organization for Standardization, is a non-government global organization, an NGO. If you know anything about NGOs, well then the hair on your neck should start to curl up here. And here are the coins: Quant, Ripple, XLM, HBAR, XDC, Algorand, and Cardano. I like HBAR. I like Algo. XDC is decent. Quant, decent. But yeah, these are kind of the narrative coins for this big ISO month. So let's start with HBAR. Elvis, my bad, Elvis. Did I miss your question? UFO gaming. I have not really done my diligence on it recently. I know it pumped because there was like UFOs being talked about in the mainstream media, and people decided to buy UFO because of that. Crazy. But in terms of their game and stuff like that, I have no idea what they're up to, man. I really have no idea what they're up to. So I can't really answer that question. We got BK in here saying, "What's up, Connor? When are we balling again?" I'm playing every week, BK. I'm playing, I'm at 24 Hour Fitness. Dude, 24 Hour Fitness had this deal for Black Friday. I paid $250 for a 1-year membership, but the gym is gross, right? The gym is overcrowded. For $250 for the year, you attract a crowd that's not very, into looking after things. So I only go there to play basketball at 24. Go to a different gym to actually train. But yeah, I'm playing every week, so I'm always up for some runs. Braveheart saying, "What platform are you trading on?" I use Bitget, and I do my charting on TradingView. Pedro, can you see the Cyberswap token? We just went over that, Pedro. Go rewind it. HBAR. Nothing's really changed. All right, we have our outline levels, areas of interest, 6.25 cents and 5.17 cents below. Has not changed. All right, so we are making our way down towards 6.25. HBAR, out of this list of the ISO coins, HBAR is my favorite one. So I'm going to pay the most attention to it. And yeah, 6.25 is our next level to be ready for. This thing's been weak. It's been pretty weak actually compared to a lot of other coins. Maybe the bankers are trying to make people panic sell so they can buy cheaper before they run it back up. Who knows? But anyways, I want to go over now the setups that I was sharing in my Discord earlier in the week. And one of them was Filecoin. And we see here with Filecoin, this is what a lot of setups that I've shared with you, whether that's Optimism OP, Litecoin had it, ETH even had it, right? Price action making the lower lows, RSI getting stronger, bullish divergence. And with Filecoin here, this was another beautiful kind of play off of the Monday low, right? As you see, went ahead and it reclaimed, and I mean, I'll just show you here. Let's see. So here you see on Filecoin, this was Tuesday night at 9:50 p.m. Right, just looking for that reclaim of the Monday low. And the reason I went with Filecoin, and another one I shared was Phantom FTM, was because these coins actually move, right? These are the ones that were very strong throughout the month of January and the month of February. All right, these ones are not lagging. You want to pay attention to the coins that are strong, the coins that move. DYDX, Optimism, Filecoin, Phantom. The stuff that actually moves, not the stuff that lags, are the coins that you want to trade. It's just going to make your life a lot easier, because then you won't have these little tiny consolidation accumulation candles. You'll get some action. And here with Filecoin, it was the perfect example, right? As you see, it just worked out perfectly. All right, as you see, it reclaimed the Monday low, went straight to the Monday high, deviated the Monday high, back down to the Monday low. It's playing ping pong in the range. But these are setups that will present themselves. And then the other one was FTM. As you said, or as you see here, Phantom with the same setup as Filecoin. And if we look at FTM, it really was the same exact chart, the same exact thing on FTM. Where if you pull it up, you had the bullish divergence. Right, RSI getting stronger, price action making the lower lows, price lost the Monday low, so all we were looking for was the reclaim of that Monday low, and it did that exactly. Now FTM didn't actually make its way and deviate from that Monday high price, but it had a nice like 8% pump. Right, 8, 9, 10% move up higher. That's all you look for if you're looking for a little scalper or day trade. Now it's back down beneath that Monday low. And yeah, I mean, it's holding this support here from this wick. It's holding that. Maybe it wants to come down to this low and test it. And again, these are the February low prices down here. I mean, FTM at 40 cents. I have FTM within the next few weeks to months going to $1, $1 plus. So FTM around 40 cents, it's kind of a no-brainer. It's kind of a no-brainer to me. So the closer we get to 40 cents, the better. But this, as you see on the chart here, on this 4-hour time frame chart, I mean, this is our base support on the chart here. Unless the market decides to really get ugly, I would expect the 40-cent level to hold on something like FTM. And like I just said, over the next few weeks to months, I have FTM going up here to $1. All right, so don't ignore the coins that are strong, that show strength, that have been moving, and FTM is one of those coins. Same with Filecoin, same with Optimism. DYDX, same exact thing. As you see here, ETH still struggling. All right, now we're closing below where this hourly candle is actually going to close in 5 minutes. So I want to see how this hourly candle closes. I really don't like how it's now closing below this orange line. If you want to, you can just go ahead and you can exit the trade and anticipate lower prices, right? If you don't like it, you can obviously always leave at any time. But I want to see this hourly candle close above this orange line here. If it closes below, I may reevaluate this little scalp here on ETH. But DYDX, another one that's extremely strong. And DYDX is a main coin that I've kind of been charting and trading in my Discord group because it's so strong and because it moves so well. By the way, I just got a super chat. My bad, Albert. I didn't see that. Albert Amari saying, you know who created the Bitcoin Lightning Network? Well, thank you for that 199 super chat. Do I know who created the Bitcoin Lightning Network? No, I don't. Tell me, Albert. Please enlighten me. James on 215 saying, are you long-term bullish on VRA? By the way, guys, we got over 40 viewers and only 20 likes. That's a 0.5 ratio. It's not very good. Please help me out by smashing that like button. I appreciate your support. It helps out the channel, boosts the YouTube algorithm. Smash up that like button right now if you guys are enjoying the live stream and this information, this TA that I'm sharing with you is helping you out, or at least you're learning something and getting a different perspective on things. Again, smash up that like button. I don't know who created the Bitcoin Lightning Network, no. But DYDX here, as you see, it went ahead and on the 12-hour time frame, again, the higher the time frame, the more significant the technical analysis. So DYDX here, it swept two highs yesterday on the 12-hour, and notice how both candle bodies never closed above the orange lines. That is kind of your signal that it's not going to actually break out. And also, we had this major trendline breakout actually go ahead and happen here, and now we're back below the trend line. All right, so again, I'm a bull. I'm bullish on the market. I'm treating this move as a breakout and a retest of this bullish kind of demand order block here. I'll mark it in green so it's very clear for everybody to see, right? I'm bullish and I'm treating this as a breakout retest. So if I'm bullish and treating it as a breakout retest, well, what are you supposed to do when the coin actually goes ahead and retests the breakout level? Well, you look for a long entry. Simple. Thank you guys for smashing up that like button. I appreciate it. Shout out to Albert Leon saying what's up. What's up, Leon? How are you? Braveheart saying great stream. BK, great stream. Thank you, BK. I appreciate that. Fensta89 saying, yo, I'm late. Have we done FET yet? We have not done FET. We'll do that shortly, Fensta. Right now we're looking at DYDX. FET, another one that's strong, another one that we should definitely pay attention to. BK saying, bro, I feel like I'll tear my ACL playing with those people. Yeah, 24-hour fitness, it does get a little... You got to be a dog to play there. You got to have some pit bull in you. At least I do. I play hard there. You have to. And plus, I just get hacked because I'm bigger than everybody else, so that everybody just hacks me. So what do I have to do? I got to show them who the boss is. But yeah, you definitely... it gets a little aggressive in there sometimes, BK. I feel you. So anyway, DYDX breakout retest. Maybe it wants to go ahead and sweep 289 again. I want to see some more confirmation. Let's go to a 1 hour time frame. So on the 1 hour, this is a rally-based rally over here. Market. Put it in yellow so we can see it against the green background. All right, we have this rally-based rally over here. And it is being respected as of now. I would feel the most comfortable, because this thing's volatile. DYDX moves, and it moves hard and it moves fast. I would feel the most comfortable getting something down here. Down here at around 290, 289. I like this area the most. Basically, it's just kind of an overshoot. because this is what happens. This is what happens in the markets, right? You have the main level. Price will typically respect that main level, but it tends to overshoot. And that overshoot is basically just a liquidity sweep. It's just to sweep all the stops that are below these pivotal lows. All right, so a lot of people are probably thinking, I'm going to take my entry right here. I'll put my stop beneath this low, and I'll be protected in case of, in case it comes and tests this demand zone. After you've traded for a long time and you have a lot of experience, you understand that usually where most people put their stop is where price will actually go ahead and test. So you don't want to be the guy caught on the wrong end of the stick. You want to be the guy that is able to anticipate the move, which is why I just drew this gray box down here at around 290, right? Because like I said, a lot of people are going to put their stops beneath this low. So what do? That's where you put your entry. That's DYDX around 290, 289. Again, I'm treating this as a breakout, retest. Maybe it comes in retest even lower. And then I think we're going to get the actual breakout where we go up and we make new highs. Right, the January high is up here at $3.55. And the February high is up here at $3.67. Don't forget, if we go to a weekly price chart, DYDX right now is still trying to really get away from the top of this range at 275. All right, this is almost a full year where DYDX was in this massive weekly range. January 1st exactly, we were at the bottom. 4 or 5 weeks later, we break out. Now it's just been a lot of chop at the top of the range, trying to establish it as full support so that it can actually go ahead and leg up and gap up higher. This thing has a lot of upside on DYDX. 420, and then really above that, it can make its way all the way up to around $6 to $7. So that's why I am treating this as a breakout retest on the lower time frames. And I definitely want to be one that's able to ride this to $4 and beyond. So I'm watching it like a hawk. Let's go over Fetch AI here. So Fed is one that is also a ton of non-directional volatility. We just got a $9.99 super chat from Albert Amari saying, same person that created the Bitcoin Lightning Network also created HNS, which is a layer 1 project. You mind covering it for like 30 seconds? Is a great project with a real world goal. Albert, for a $9.99 super chat, of course I don't mind covering HNS. I really appreciate your support here on the channel. Thank you. Let's see if this is what you are referring to here. Is this the one you're referring to? Handshake? A base layer for the decentralized internet. Is that it? It must be it. And what exchanges is this trading on? That is the one. Alright, so this is on MEXC and Gate.io are kind of the main exchanges. And let's take a look at this chart. So you have the yearly open down here at 2.5 cents. Right now it's at 4 cents. So it has not done a 2x from the start of the year. It's done about 57%. Yeah, it's done about 57% here. And if we look, it's at a nice point. It's at resistance. And from this level, it's only pulled back like 11%, and that was on Monday. trying to break out, as you can see. Yeah, I would mark these fibs. I don't really know not a really good coin to trade, just thinking of as good fundamentals. Yeah, it makes sense. So, you know, if it's not a good coin to trade, it's a coin to invest in for the long term, basically. And if you're an investor, you obviously want to buy low so that you can sell high. And when it comes to the chart, these are your kind of main support levels closest to the current price that you should basically wait for if you wanted to invest in this coin at lower prices. 3.7 cents, 3.3, and 3.1 cents. I'll have to look into this on my own time. Never heard of Handshake before, but interesting that the creator of the Bitcoin Lightning Network created this one as well. Good to know. You learn something new every day, right? Anyways, back to FET. Right, more of a long-term coin indeed. So back to Fetch AI. This is going to be the last coin we cover for today. And before we look at this, let's see ETH. So ETH, not what I was looking for. Not at all what I was looking for on the hourly close. As you see, we were closing above the orange line, but then we actually lost it on this candle. And now we just closed the hourly below that orange line. So yeah, if you're in this ETH scalp long, you know, you could reevaluate it here and just cut it for a super small loss, because it's no longer respecting the support. It flipped it to resistance. And there is still time to save the 4 hour. It's not all doom and gloom yet. But here in the 1 hour, you know, you're getting some signs that this could possibly just nuke lower and come back down here towards 1600, and, you know, below 1600 prime buying levels down there. So we'll see what happens with it. Now FET, using the Monday high as its support. No real signs of reversal yet. Yeah, I mean, this kind of looks like it can come back down to mid-range at 43 cents. So, I mean, FET is another one. When the market actually gets going, FET's all-time AI is going to have another run. And FET's all-time high is $1.20. But really, you got to kind of treat it as around $1, all right? Because it did not spend a lot of time above $1 at all. And you still got over a 100% move to $1 from current prices on FET. So I am confident that FET will get back above $1, and I think it will happen this year, as this year is the year of artificial intelligence. FET, Ocean Protocol, and AGIX are kind of the big three AI coins. There are ones like GRT, which are related to AI, but the main AI coins, FET, Ocean, AGIX. I'll make a YouTube video talking about like the top artificial intelligence coins, but FET is one of those, all right? And FET, you know, below 50 cents, you have over a 100% move to $1. So I like that from a risk reward perspective. I see FET getting back above $1, back above $1. But right now, currently, I mean, on the 2 hour, it looks pretty good in the sense that we're not getting any candles to close below this. So right now, this support is still being respected. All right, the Monday high support is being respected, which is a good thing. We want to see ETH catch a bid. We want to see Bitcoin catch a bid. We want to see them hold these current levels as support. And if they do, that would mean FET would hold this current level as support as well and start to actually push up higher. If you want to try and scalp this, you could go for a little scalp. This is just an idea here, not financial advice. But you got like 1.8% risk with 6% reward back to that daily open for a 3-to-1. But this is all reliant on Bitcoin and ETH actually kind of reversing here from their current levels. So if they can't do that, then none of these altcoins are going to be able to establish a foothold of support, and they're all going to flush out lower. And again, just to kind of recover Bitcoin down here from that CPI, well, the CPI low from February is down here in the mid 21s. I really don't see this kind of breaking the high to mid $22,000 price levels. As you see, I do have this level of demand outlined here. If we look over here to the left, it was respected a lot in the month of January. All right, so that's kind of the mid $22,000 level. I think this will, if I had the crystal ball, I would say that the crystal ball would say that mid 22s is the lowest that this dump goes to. Right, that's kind of my absolute lowest. I don't think it comes down to this demand level yet. I'm expecting the absolute lowest to be the mid 22s. If it even does get down there, which there's a very high possibility that it doesn't. But yeah, that's kind of my current outlook on the market. A lot of big narratives this month with ZKs and the ISOs and all the other stuff going on in crypto. It doesn't end. There's so much stuff happening all of the time, which is why I need to be constantly tapped into this market. Also, talking about the ZKs, ZK Sync and Starknet going to be two of the biggest airdrops in crypto. As far as I'm concerned, there's still time to get those airdrops. So if you haven't done anything to get those, you should watch my videos on how to do so. I also, in my Discord group, have an airdrop section. And if we go to our pinned messages over here, you know, I write up full guides on how to get these two all in my Discord. All right, so if you want to be a member of that, go to my website, cryptoempireco.io, and at the top of the screen, go ahead and hit join Discord and you can get yourself inside. Obviously, you get all my market analysis, trades, investments, etc., etc., etc. in there as well. So yeah, all the information, check it out on my website. If you're wondering where I trade, I use Bitget. I've made full Bitget tutorial videos on my channel. Go ahead and search Crypto Empire Bitget. You'll be able to see those, and if you want to learn how to trade and use the exchanges, all the information I've made available for free on YouTube. So go take advantage of those resources if you are here to learn how to go ahead and invest and trade in the cryptocurrency market. A lot of resources available on my website, on my channel, that are available to you for free. So go ahead and use those resources. That's why I made them. But we're going to go ahead and wrap up this live stream right now. I hope everybody did enjoy today's live stream. We covered a lot, spent a lot of time looking at Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins, the US dollar, narratives. So a lot going on right now. We're going to see what does hold as support currently with this morning, now afternoon sell-off happening in the market on a Thursday. Again, no major news announcements, no CPI, no FOMC until March 14th where we have that CPI. Then on March 22nd, we have FOMC. So if we can establish support here and establish a confirmed reversal, I think we're going to have a ton of upside, at least until getting to the time of that first CPI on March 14th. I am treating everything personally as a breakout and a retest. So that's my stance on the market. I hope the TA made sense. I hope you were able to learn something new or at least get a different perspective on the market to help you out with your own trading. If it did help you out, I appreciate it. If you smashed up that like button. As always, I appreciate your support. I'll see all of you guys very soon on another YouTube video. and have an amazing rest of your day. I hope you all enjoy the live stream. This is Connor from Crypto